Hello, this is Linda Cooper and Thomas Neuhoff of Henry & Peters, and we're here today to talk to you about the PPP loan, which stands for Paycheck Protection Program, which was part of the CARES Act from the COVID-19 relief. And this was brought about because of one of these interesting facts that we found is that in the month of April, 20 million people from private payrolls were no longer employed, and that's more than double the job losses there were during the Great Recession. So there's definitely a need, and definitely people that are looking for jobs and looking to get paid. And as of 5 o'clock on May the 5th, there was from the second round of funding that the Congress issued, the $181 billion of the $310 billion had been issued. So there's still money out there to be issued. So if you haven't applied for a loan, it might be a good time to still seek a lender and see if you can qualify. So Thomas, what was the purpose of the PPP loan and who qualifies for that?
Yeah, so the purpose of the PPP loan is simple. It's to keep employees on payroll and keep them out of the unemployment systems. And so Congress designed this Paycheck Protection Program to be a potentially forgivable loan for employers to subsidize the cost of keeping their employees on payroll for a short period until this pandemic subsides. And so what is the maximum amount that an employer could qualify for?
So it's based upon an average monthly payroll, and so most people have calculated that looking at their 2019 payroll cost, and they get a monthly average from that year and they multiply that times 2.5. So that's the maximum amount of the loan. It's based upon your payroll cost. Okay,
and so once you do qualify for the loan and you determine it and you receive it, what can you then spend that loan on?
So you can spend it on payroll, which is the main purpose of it is to try to keep people out of unemployment office and keep people on the payroll. But you can also spend it on rent or utility agreements or mortgage interest if those things were in place as of February the 15th. And so those are the things that you can spend it on. There are a lot of guidelines as far as how to get forgiven, and a lot of specific guidelines as far as that's concerned, but those are the things that it can be spent on. But then you need to research further what items you need to use in order to qualify for forgiveness.
And so as I understand it, the SBA is still going to issue further guidance on the loan forgiveness, and I think they've said that guidance is expected, and so things can change and potentially will change. So just keep that in mind as you're going through these things. And also just remember that record keeping is going to be very important during the calculation of the loan forgiveness, so that when you go back to the bank and the SBA provides the further guidance, you have the information.
Absolutely. You need. Yeah, don't wait till the end to start gathering it all back up. Keep it as you're going along. So,
sure.
Yeah. So is the loan forgiveness, if you truly do qualify for forgiveness, is it taxable in the end?
So this is a great question, and one we don't have a solid answer to yet. The IRS just in the last couple days released Notice 2020-32, which stated that the loan itself, when it's forgiven, is not income, which was provided for under the CARES Act. But Notice 2020-32 says that the associated expenses paid with the proceeds of the loan that are forgiven are not deductible. And so that would be payroll, that would be rent, any items paid with the forgiven loan would no longer be deductible. There's been a few senators who've challenged this notice and sent a letter to the Treasury saying that this was not congressional intent. And so we're still waiting further guidance on that, and we'll be sure to update you when we have that further guidance. One other thing that was new as of the last couple of days is that Treasury provided a safe harbor for employers who were unsure whether they qualified for the loan. And so as long as they returned those funds initially by May 7th, they would qualify for the safe harbor, and there would be no harm, no foul. And they actually extended that safe harbor to May 14th. And so it's buying employers another week to continue to look at the guidance and decide whether they qualify for the loan or not. We'll be sure to update you as we get further guidance on henrypeters.com or on the IRS website. Also, the Treasury website they've been posting frequently asked questions about daily. And so we'll be sure to continue to update you, but be sure to continue to check for guidance as we navigate these uncertain times that seem to be changing every day.
Thank you.